This camera is really clear. Oh my god. Like really, really clear. Hi guys, it's your girl Flo Babes coming to you live and direct from my channel. Hey guys, how are y'all doing? As you can see, I'm back from my trip to Japan and Korea. I changed my red hair. Now that I'm back and I'm settled in, I've thought long and deep about this trip, and guys, I had a time. As you can see in the vlogs, like, I had a time. Like, me and my friend's relationship is a lot stronger than what it was before we even traveled. Guys, it was impeccable. Like, I feel like the vlog didn't even really capture like how amazing the trips was, like how we were working hand in hand throughout the trip, navigating our way through, communicating with different people. Like, it was amazing. But that's not even why I'm here, because if you want to know how amazing the trip was, just go and check out the vlogs. I'm here to let you guys know things that people should have told me, or things I should have known before even going on this trip. But for today, we're going to start with Japan. So welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about a few things, because I wanted to put 5 things, but there's so many things that I wish I knew before I even went to Japan, and I'm pretty sure these can be helpful for you if you're planning a trip to Japan, whether it's today, next year, a few years from now. It's applicable to you, because child, don't be like me having to learn the hard way. Don't be like me. Anyways, let's get right into the video, because I don't want to waste you guys' time. How y'all been doing though? Like, how are things going with you guys? I hope things are going well. Let me know in the comment section how you guys are feeling. Like, is this something I can help with, or someone else in the comment section can help with? Let me know. And how are you guys feeling about this green screen thing? Like, I'm trying something new this year. Not this year, but I'm trying something new, Sha. First of all, when you're going to Japan, akananti, put your hand to your ear. There's gonna be a lot of walking. There's going to be, I don't know how to emphasize this enough or any more than I am right now. There's going to be a lot of walking. Like, I cannot stress this enough. Like, honestly, I saw tons of TikToks and YouTube videos emphasizing how much you walk, but we were averaging like 20,000 steps a day. Like, a day. That's so insane. Like, considering I was only doing like 10,000 steps like 5 times a week. I was doing this like every day. And don't even get me started on the stairs. Like, it was just so much walking. Like, I was so tired of walking. There were some points where I was like, bro, like, can I just have some wings and fly? Because it was just so much walking. So that brings me to my next point. Don't even bother packing heels. If you want to pack heels, pack it for the pictures, for like the gram and for TikTok, but don't pack it to like actually use it and walk around in Japan, because you will cry. You will cry. The one small koi heel that I wore inside Japan, I've not worn that shoe since I got back, and I've been back for like over a month now. I don't want to know, like, I'm just gonna keep it real with y'all. Wearing heels is not the move in Japan. I'm not even to the club. Don't even bother, because the amount of walking you do to even get from like train station to train station, like from like bus to bus, is just too much walking. Like, and you know, as a thick black girl, my thighs are just rubbing together, and like, it's just not comfortable at all. Like, so to save yourself the stress, just bring flat shoes. And if you want to take pictures, take the picture and put it right back into the suitcase and put your flats on, because the amount of walking you're about to do, sis, be prepared. And on another note, pack very lightly. Guys, Japan rooms are so small. And you know what's crazy? I saw that before I did a lot of research before I went on this trip, and I saw a lot of videos that said that like the space in Japan is very small, but it's when you get there that you'll see how tiny it is. Imagine, me and my friend brought 2 luggages each. She also brought 2 carry-ons. Me, I brought a carry-on. our room was so cramped. Like, we had to squeeze the stuff under the bed. And the thing about Japan is they know how tiny their rooms are, so they make space under the beds for you to put your suitcases under the bed. But for us, it wasn't even enough. Like, we had to cram our suitcases under, leave our stuff laying on the table, leave some stuff on the chair, just like makeshift everywhere to accommodate our things, which is quite annoying because, like, we're coming from Texas where there's a lot of space and a lot of land. Like, I've noticed that they built their houses upwards versus like what's this thing, is this horizontal or vertical? Anyways, they built their houses going out this way versus, or sorry, they built the houses up and down versus like wide. So you just want to keep that in mind when you're going, like how small. Guys, these rooms are, not only is the room small, the restroom too is so cramped. But the irony of it all is it's so comfortable. Like, they're very clean. Like, they clean the rooms very neat and nicely. Like, they make sure everything, like, they cater to you, really, honestly. But it's just the size of it that's just really annoying. But you'll make a way. Just keep it in mind when you're packing. Like, maybe instead of taking 2 carry-ons, maybe try carrying 1 carry-on. And in that same note, guys, don't even bother carrying a carry-on that's like rolling, like a rolling carry-on. Leave that rolling carry-on at home, because honestly, carrying your 2 suitcases that the plane gives you, plus your rolling carry-on, plus the side little personal carry-on is just too much. Save yourself the stress and just take your 2 rolling bags along with a carry-on, like an actual carry-on bag versus like a rolling suitcase carry-on, because the amount of times you're gonna be walking and having to push your bags through Japan, it's gonna be very inconvenient to have to push that extra roll-on carry-on bag along with your other bags. Like, we've been there, done that, we made that mistake, and now I'm telling you, don't make that mistake. I'm telling you because I love you guys. Like, just save yourself the wahala, the stress. If you can even come with the empty suitcase, come with the empty suitcase, because there's so much to even buy in Japan, so much to even take home with you. So by the time you even get there and buy all the things, you're not even gonna want that extra space in your luggage anyway. So just save yourself the stress. Plan your outfits before you even leave your country of origin, and just know that, okay, you're gonna wear this outfit this day, instead of being like me where like I just throw clothes in the luggage and then plan as I go. I mean, it works for me, but like, if you want to save space and like considering how small the rooms are, I would just plan your outfits accordingly. Also, get an eSIM. Honestly, as you can see, if you go on my channel, you'll see that I went to Asia earlier this year already. Like, I've been to Bali and Thailand and all these other places. I didn't bother getting an eSIM. Even when I went to Nigeria, I didn't get an eSIM. Even when I went to Dominican Republic, I didn't get eSIM. But this Japan, you have to get eSIM. I'm not gonna get eSIM. As you're landing in that airport, just go on Klook. They have like $5 to $10 or $5 to $15. Highest I've seen is like $20, $30 eSIMs that you can use throughout your trip, and they price you based off of like how many days you need it for. Guys, it's not that expensive. I would say get it so that way you can be able to access the internet, the maps. You can find your way around Japan even when you're not inside your hotel room. They actually have like street Wi-Fi that you can connect to, but it's not stable at all. So just save yourself the stress and get you an eSIM on Klook. Guys, I wish someone told me that in Japan they form lines everywhere. Like, literally everywhere you go, there's a line. When we went to Disney Sea, there was a line. On the trains, there's a line. Even on the escalator as you're coming up, there's a line. Like, they're very organized. I was literally asking my friend, like, I wonder how they discipline their citizens this well to where, like, you'll see, like, 6-year-olds, 5-year-olds lining up. And it's crazy because, like, me and my friend, when we first got to Japan, there was one time we didn't follow them. We didn't line up in the line because we're not used to, like, lining up like that. Almost, if you see the way this one 6-year-old boy eyed us up and down, and you'd think there was actually something wrong with us. Like, it was because of that eyeing that I knew, man, they take this thing seriously. So I just be wondering, like, do they give them incentives to make them want to be so disciplined with lining up? Like, I really wonder how they do it, because they're very, very organized in terms of like making queues and lining up and making sure that things are in orderly fashion. And honestly, the whole line forming thing was cute at first. I'm not gonna lie, it was very cute. But then, like, when we had to wait in line for 50 minutes for food, we had to wait 50 minutes for some ramen. Like, I was so annoyed. I was so mad because, like, meaning what? When easily back home, all I have to do is just get in the drive-thru, quick 5 minutes, 10 minutes, my food is ready. I had to wait in line for 50 minutes, guy. The lines are cute and all, but like, just brace yourself. Like, keep it in mind that like there's gonna be certain places where you're gonna have to wait like extraordinary amount of time. It's worth it, but it's just annoying. I just wanted to give y'all that heads up because I was really annoyed when the whole situation of having to wait 50 minutes for food. This is waiting in line just to sit down. No, we're not even waiting 50 minutes to eat the food. We're waiting 50 minutes for us to sit down to order the food, and then they now make it for another 30 minutes. It was just like, just avoid the stress and just prepare your mind. Like, start now and start, like, if you know you want to eat at like 4 o'clock, start now and preparing your mind to not eat maybe an hour until an hour later, just so that you have your mind set, like, prepared, design. Like, I don't know how to stress this thing to you, but like, you've braced yourself for like having to wait for things, because almost you will wait though. Japan, they will teach you that patience is a virtue. I know, go lie for you, I'm telling you. Guys, another thing that I noticed about Japan, oh my gosh, like, if you lose a wallet, don't even bother. Like, don't even fret or anything, because nobody's gonna steal it. For example, like, I went to the train station, and like, when you get to Japan, you're gonna need a Suica card in order to like get to and fro places, because Ubering in Japan, very expensive. Very expensive and not very demure. So in order to save yourself that cost, like, save yourself the expenses, just go ahead and get you a Suica card. That's another tip that I'm leaving for you guys. But anyways, yeah, so I got like a Suica card, and when I tried to like scan the card to get over into the train, it didn't work. So I had to go over to the office to get some help from the customer service, and I noticed this African guy like speaking Japanese. And so like later on I spoke to him. I was like, oh, like, I didn't know you speak Japanese, like, how are you able to learn it, blah blah blah. We're having a conversation about how he lived there for a couple of years and then he was able to learn it. That's not even the moral of the story. So anyways, that's when I was asking him like, oh, what were you doing at that front counter? Like, what were you doing at that counter? Because he was actually the one that helped me to be able to get my situation, my Suica card situated, because they didn't speak English and they didn't really understand what I was saying. So he communicated with them for me. So anyway, we're talking on the train, and then that's when he was like, yeah, so he was actually at the front counter because he lost his wallet a few days ago and he just came to get it back because somebody returned it. Have you ever heard of someone returning a whole wallet? As in, I'm talking, his ID is there, in there, his money is in there, his whole life is in that wallet. He lost it on the train and somebody returned it back to the desk for him to come and collect it and retrieve it. I was so shocked. I was like, wow, like, that means the crime rate here is so minimal. I'm not saying go and lose your wallet on the train or anything, but I'm just saying, like, don't be scared of your safety so much. Like, when it comes to safety, Japan has it on lock. Like, the crime rate is so low. Like, if you're thinking about going on a solo trip to Japan, don't even question it. Just go ahead and take that solo trip, because it was so safe. Like, I'd never questioned for one day my safety. Like, honestly, the police people don't even carry guns there. Like, I only saw one police officer carry a gun in Japan, and that was at the airport. And I don't blame him, because it's like an international airport. You're dealing with people from all over the world. But like, when you get into the actual Japan, it was so safe. Like, I miss Japan. Just thinking about it, like, I miss Japan so much because of how safe I felt. Like, even back home, I don't feel that safe. In my neighborhood, I don't feel that safe, to be honest. But like, in Japan, I never for one day had to look over my shoulder. Even though naturally I do, but like, I never felt the need to have to. You know what I mean? And that takes me to my next point. If you're planning to go to Japan and you have a couple of months before your trip, just go ahead and now start learning how to speak a little bit of Japanese. Even if it's just arigato, which is like thank you, or like hi, konnichiwa, anything like that. Just learn those basics, because there's places you'll go to where they don't speak a lick of English and you guys will just be staring at each other. And like, imagine a situation where your Wi-Fi is not even working for you to use your Google Translator. So just learn like a lick of English, like not English, learn a little bit of Japanese, so that way you can be able to like move from place to place and be able to communicate. Because my sister, there's gonna be places you go to where they don't speak any English at all, and then it's just awkward and you guys are just looking at each other and you're not able to get what you need. They're not able to understand you. So yeah, I would just start now. Download that Duolingo right now. As you're watching this video, go ahead and download that Duolingo, because you're gonna want to learn like a little bit of Japanese. It goes a long way. Also, Disney Sea is a lot cheaper than the Disney Sea in America. So if you're contemplating on putting Disney Sea on your itinerary because you think it's gonna be too expensive or like it's not gonna be worth it, put it right now. Put Disney Sea on your itinerary right now, because one, it's cheap. Guys, we got there and we carried big bags inside there, like big backpacks inside there, because the Disney in America, they tell you to pack your bag up. They tell you no Gatorades, no foods, no outside stuff, bring a clear bag, yada yada yada. I walked in there with my big backpack. I could have walked in there with my water. It was me that even said, let me trash my water before coming, because I wasn't sure of their protocols and their rules concerning like outside food, and I honestly regretted it. So now I'm here to tell you right now, you can carry your water, you can carry your food, you can carry your backpack that's not colored, or you can carry your backpack whether it's clear or not inside of Disney Sea, and they're not gonna fight you. They're not gonna give you a holla. Like, it was so stress-free. Don't even get me started on the prices, guys. We got mochi ice cream, like mochi snacks in Disney Sea for 400 yen. I don't know if that's cheap or not for Japan, but like, it was cheap for me. Like, I really expected things to be like double, triple the price you find outside of Disney Sea. Like, it was not too bad at all. So I just wanted to let you guys know, like, if you're considering adding Disney Sea to your itinerary, go ahead and do that now, because it's not too expensive. It is so fun. Like, you're gonna have so much fun. And even me that went at 5 o'clock, even though they close at 9 p.m, I had so much fun. I wish we were able to ride a lot more rides, but it was so fun with the 4 hours that we had. We got so much done despite the lines that we had to wait in for like 30 minutes at a time, but it was so amazing. And honestly speaking, any day I go back to Japan, I'm definitely adding Disney Sea as many times as I go back, because there's so much to do there, so much to see, so much to eat. Don't even get me started on the food in Disney Sea. The food in Japan on its own was so good, but the food in Disney Sea, hey, I feel like I gained like 7 pounds just from Disney Sea alone, because the food was so good. Like, don't even get me started on the drinks. If you're going to Disney Sea, make sure you get the mango. There's one mango drink that we ordered, I forgot the name, and then one peach drink that we got. It was so good. Like, I cannot emphasize this enough. I feel like I've made more than 5 points in this video, but I just want you guys to be catching my drift. Like, Japan is so fun, but there's certain things you want to keep in mind before you even go. Just prepare your mind with all these different points that I'm mentioning right now. And then my last point is gonna be careful where you record certain videos. Guys, let me tell you a little itsy bitsy story. Itsy not so bitsy story, because you know I low-key be like when I'm telling stories, I low-key be all over the place, but it all comes together at the end of the day. Anyways, why did we go to this club called R2, right? It's not a club really, it's like a bar, but it turns into a little club like later on in the night. Anyways, we went to this bar, and when we first entered, if you see in my vlog, you'll see where the bouncer said no cameras in the beginning of the, like when I was coming inside of the R2 bar. Fine, no problem, he said no cameras, but I could use my phone. So I go into R2, and then we're ordering, we're sitting in like one of the sections or whatever, because nobody was in the section. It was like an empty section, so we're just sitting down there, and I'm looking at the menu, and you know, I'm vlogging, of course, so I'm using my phone and I'm recording like the menu. Why did this man out of nowhere come? Like, he literally flew out of nowhere. The crazy thing is, I didn't even see when he came up to me and was like, no, you can't record in here, blah blah blah. Next thing you know, he now says I should delete the video that I took. Okay, no wahala, I deleted the video. Next thing you know, he said I should enter my recently deleted videos and delete it inside of my recently deleted. I was like, what is going on here? Like, it was just the way he, like, I don't know what irritated me the most. Is it the way he flew there to, like, it was like as soon as I opened my phone to start recording, he flew at me to like delete it. like, because I was really confused, like, at the fact that, like, okay, before I entered inside of here, you guys said, somebody else said I shouldn't record with my camera. I put the camera down and I'm using my phone and you're telling me I shouldn't record inside of the club. So just to avoid that whole wahala or whatever, just be mindful of where you take videos. Maybe like be more discreet with it. I don't know. I don't know how much more discreet I could have been because it was dark in the bar. Like if you see the vlog, like it was very dark in there. So yeah, just be mindful of where you record certain videos, because some of these people, when I crazy, they worried them. I'm not gonna lie, because it just didn't make sense. How can I be recording and the thing you said I could use my phone, and then you turn around and you're like, oh, delete that video, and then not only delete it, go in my recently deleted and delete it. I don't know, because I spoke to him later on and he was like, he thought I was an op or something, that I was trying to figure out their menu. But it's like, are you okay? Why would I be an op? But anyways, that was like the only annoying encounter in the whole Japan. But besides that, shawty, I had a ball. I had a bliss. I had a time. Like, and honestly, I would definitely go to Japan again, like 50 million times. But yeah, thank you guys so much for sticking around and watching this video. I hope that you picked up a thing or two that you can use the next time you're going to Japan. Guys, have a safe travel if you're going to Japan soon. And if you just got back, what tips resonated with you that you were like, yes girl, like I understand that point you just made there? Because we need to make a support group for people that have been to Japan and Korea. Like, let's talk about the different things that we learned from our trips, figure out what we can do better for next time. But yeah, like, if you haven't been to Japan and if you're thinking about it and if you're thinking about whether it's worth going, this is your sign to let you know that it is worth it. It is 100% worth it to go to Japan. But anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys are doing okay. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. Share this video. You never know who this video might help. I'll see you guys in the next video.